Habari ma Africa. Asante kwa kutazama King Said So. Listen, I told you guys from the very beginning when this foolish, incompetent, matriculant Dean Macpherson from the Democratic Alliance was appointed that this man knows nothing about running government departments, especially a big department like the Department of Public Works. Just imagine. He came into his office, hardly 1 month in the office, he started trying to expose the former ANC ministers of public works that there is 300 million that was stolen under their watch over a period of 10 years. I explained to you guys, broke down how supply chain processes work, how Treasury allocates money to each department, and how it is impossible for cyber hackers to steal 300 million from one department. It's impossible. But because it's a white guy, you guys never bought our story. You guys believed on the Democratic Alliance. You believed when they say the ANC is corrupt. You believed everything because it is the blue-eyed boy who was saying it. Well, surprise, surprise. The economic freedom fighters, I'm a fighter, have got hold of an email where he's trying to interfere with the supply chain processes. He's asking for reports. He's asking for payments to be made to a white construction company. This is not surprising. Take a matriculant and put them in a position of power. You will see what will happen. You will see what will happen. And the funny thing and the sad thing is that African people of my skin color, people of my pigmentation are not going to be angry about this. If it was an ANC official, if it was a MK official, if it was an EFF minister, you guys would have went crazy saying this, state capture. But because it's white people, you guys are just gonna watch this video. You're not even going to like, you're not even going to comment because you are afraid of the colonizers, the settlers. I am not Tina in this channel. And not the EFF apparently, because they have opened the case and they've said enough is enough. He needs to answer. The action they say, listen, he needs to be suspended. But is the president of this country going to do anything? Is the Democratic Alliance going to do anything? Absolutely nothing. This man will still be the Minister of Public Works 2 months from now, and you guys would have forgotten about it. I want to break down this rubbish of a matriculant who has now clearly shown, thank God for the EFF. Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kahiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sodo, and we're back at it again with another one. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy that the Democratic Alliance is being exposed in government. We've been trying to expose what criminal activities they've been going at in the Western Cape, but now it's happening on a national platform in government as the Public Works Department. Before we do that, let's wash our hands with the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We are hosting a gala dinner, ladies and gentlemen, and we are inviting you to come. The gala dinner is on Friday, the 2nd of May, and you are invited to come. The ticket is only 1,000 Rand. The VIP tickets that are selling out quite quickly is 2,000 Rand. And the Saturday, the event, the fundraising event will only be 300 Rand, where we will be going and doing the bricklaying, music, the presentation of what Paseta is and everything. So get ready for that one. I need you guys to come to the Northern Cape, come to Kimberley, and come and experience Paseta like you've never seen before. Because I'm telling you guys, we as the Pan-Africanists are making a difference in South Africa. And I'm so happy that many of you understand the importance of building our own institutions so that we can stop forcing our children in white racist schools with the Bella Act. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Later. Now let's get into this Democratic Alliance minister of Public Works, D.N. Macpherson. I was the most critical person when this guy was appointed. I was like, what is he going to do in Public Works? And we knew that all the ministers of the Democratic Alliance are coming into government departments just to expose what the ANC was trying to do or the wrongdoing that the ANC is doing so that they can look good. And indeed, they did the same with D.N. Macpherson. He came in hardly 2 months in his office. Then he started exposing that, no, there's a 300 million. Imagine, 300 million that was stolen under the watch of Sihla Zikalele and Patrice Dillel. He said, no, over 10 years, this money has been stolen here, and I'm here to expose it. Okay, if you don't believe what I'm saying, let's just hear from D.N. Macpherson himself.
Minister, how did you come about to find out about this 300 million rand that's been stolen over the past 10 years?
Well, Heidi, since assuming office, I've obviously been receiving various briefings from different branches of the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure. One of them, obviously, is the department that deals with finance and those that deals with our governance and risk units. And in that, it then was made aware to me that the previous minister and our deputy minister had launched an investigation into an amount of money that had been removed from our accounts, roughly 24 million rand in May of this year, and that in further investigations and reviews by a number of officials, that they then had suspected that this had been going on for a lot longer and for a lot more than we had previously believed to be so. So I felt that it was important to bring this to the attention of South Africans. I've been very clear to the department internally and externally that we must be transparent in order to build trust so that we can deliver services. And I want to be transparent with South Africans, the good and the bad. And of course, where it is bad, we need to then institute mechanisms to resolve those problems so that these sorts of things don't happen again in the future.
It's just mind-boggling for me, Minister, that something like this could have been happening over a 10-year period, and we're speaking about 300 million rand. Now that you are aware of this, maybe just explain to us what you have done to prevent this from reoccurring. I know investigations are underway, but what is being done now to prevent this from reoccurring?
So, to the credit of my predecessor, that they had moved to suspend a number of officials and confiscate electronic devices. I've also had conversations with the Hawks, and the head of the Hawks, I think it was 2 nights ago, confirmed that indeed investigations are gathering apace, and we do really want to get to the bottom of this as quickly as possible.
There you hear it, ladies and gentlemen. The blue-eyed boy who's innocent and does nothing wrong says, no, listen, we have to be transparent so that we can build trust. Build trust, Yamasimba. This is how they come in. They try to make themselves squan papirs. To make themselves as if, no, we are here to expose corruption. We are here for transparency. We are here for development. We are here to make sure that everybody understands that we are a trustworthy party, the Democratic Alliance. You as a colored person and as a black person, busy voting for the Democratic Alliance, I'm asking you, go and see a psychology. There's something wrong with you. You can vote for Gayton, you can vote for National Colors Congress, you can vote for the ANC, you can vote for the EFF, you can vote for the MK. You can vote for Action SA, you can vote for Bossa, you can vote for someone. You are voting for the DA. No, where they govern so good. Where? In Cape Town. You mean in town? In the Cape of the town. not in Langa, not in Khayelitsha, nowhere, Mitchell's Plain, nowhere are these people governing for coloureds and black people. Nowhere. There isn't a single place that you can point out on the comment section and you say, King, this is a coloured place. This is a place where black people are staying. The DA is doing excellent work here. I'm challenging you. Go on the comment section. We will research. Hey, don't take chances. So I told you guys, there is no way. I work for the department. I work for the Department of Agriculture, and I'm in the finance unit. Doing assets, but I'm in the finance unit. I know how difficult it is when Treasury allocates, because at the end of when Treasury says we're going to give the Department of Agriculture, I'm just making an example, 10 million this financial year. They don't send a 10 million to the Department of Agriculture in the beginning of the year, or let's rather say in the beginning of the financial year. You understand, which is April. They don't send it, all of it. The Department of Agriculture still have to make requisitions each and every month. They say, okay, this month we need 100,000 for this. We need 2 million for this. We need one. Every month this exchange happens from Treasury to the department, Treasury to the department. You don't give the department the whole budget at once. I explained to you guys, I say, I find it hard to believe that, because when he came in, he said, no, last month or something like 20 million was stolen in 1 month. I was like, no, man, it's not possible. No, the Auditor General did not pick it up. The internal audit department in the Department of Treasury Treasury and the Department of and the Public Works did not pick it up. The CFO did not pick it up. The HOD did not pick it up. Nobody picked it up. You, the matriculant, you are coming here to tell us you are so wise that you can come and tell us this thing. No, I want to know, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know, what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying about this democratic alliance? They are corrupt to the core. They are corrupt to the core, and we must expose them. We must actually take time to expose the Democratic Alliance. This is what they do in the Western Cape. This is that's why I'm saying the Democratic Alliance will lose power in 2029, because they are only at 55% or 54% of that province. They will lose power in that province. We must continue to expose the Democratic Alliance. And all of these podcasts that attack the EFF, the MK, the ANC, and defend the Democratic Alliance, we want to see what are they going to say now. We want to see. We want to see. In fact, we must read the email. We must read the email of this matriculant. Because let me explain something to you, ladies and gentlemen. We only have 3 matriculants in the ministry's departments. 3 ministers that have matric, and I'm sure you can guess who that is. I'm sure you can guess. Is this thunderhead Dion Macpherson, who is in a big department, public works, all the roads, all the infrastructure, everything, public works falls under public works. I think public works, if I'm not mistaken, must be the 3rd or 4th biggest department, starting with the Department of Education, of course, is the biggest. Department of Health is the biggest. Yeah, I'm sure agriculture and public works are somewhere there together. You understand what I'm saying? It's a big department. So Dion Macpherson is that matriculant there. And then we've got another matriculant from the Patriotic Alliance, Gayton Mackenzie. Continue to disappoint us as black people, but we love him. He's one of ours. For him, we have a different treatment, because we understand that he's colonized and being behind bars for so long can mess around with your thinking level. But he's another matriculant who Gayton Mackenzie, and of course my boss John Steenhuisen is another matriculant. We've got 3 of them, and this is not attacking anyone. This is stating facts. The qualifications are that. How? Tina Hambile sayama college sayo graduate. Beba yenzani bona. Because by the chance, they are not like the apartheid guys who say, no, I was in exile, no, the Oppenheimers paid for my education, no, I was in Zimbabwe, no, I was in, I was arrested, I was in prison. They don't have that excuse. Our ministers, the current ministers, they can study. They can study. And in fact, I can tell you for free that when they study, their exams and their assignments and everything is done by their PAs, and people are doing they get assistant. Yes, they do go and write and whatever, but with assignments and everything, they get assistance. So that's something that we need to do. And remember, Dion Macpherson took over with his matriculant from Sihle Zikalala. Sihle Zikalala, who's got a Bachelor of Arts in Communication Science. I'm talking about the same Sihle Zikalala who's got a Master's in Communications. Master's in Commerces. And the same Zikalala who's got honors in administration. Now, you take all of those qualifications, you replace them with a grade 12. This is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. This is a joke. Okay, let's read the email that the EFF has exposed to us, and let's just see what is. I'm enjoying myself. The DA is being caught red-handed. When's that, Minister? I'm enjoying myself because you guys don't like exposing white crime. Mina here, I will expose it. I will expose it because this is bigger to me than Zamazamas. To me, not to you. I know to you it's not bigger because you don't realize the level of impact that this has on tenderpreneurs. You have no idea what type of brown envelopes are flying inside Dion Macpherson's car, meeting him there at the petrol station, giving him something. Who are dankie meneer dat jy gepraat het met die administrator. Hulle so sleg as ons bel, hulle antwoord nie die foon nie. Ons is so moeg van die mense. Ons het besluit nie ons gaan vir jou bel dat jy nou die hele ding kan handle. That's what they said. The email says, "Good day, Lynette." Ne? The subject says, Waterkloof Air Force Base. Okay, let's leave that alone. Let's go to the email. It says, "Good day, Lynette." Okay, you will appreciate that I don't normally get involved in matters like this. Stop the lorry. You don't get in matters like this. So when's that? You don't normally, of course, you are not even a year in your department. You are not even a year. You're already making this type of emails, intimidating staff members. Say, listen, I don't normally get involved in this, but, hey, there's a but there. I don't normally get involved, but, Nyamtanda, but, I will pay you, but, I'm not corrupt, but, hey, leave me. Let me enjoy myself. The DA is corrupt. Leave me alone. Let's read this email. I must check for spellings also. These matriculants don't know how to spell. Let's read from the top. You will appreciate that I don't normally get involved in matters like this, but it appears that commitments have not been executed, and now I am being dragged into this matter. Dragged by who? You are not a person that makes anything that has to do with supply chain that pays. You've got IDPs or whatever they call them, IDCs, that are dealing with those things. You are not involved. Who's dragging you in? Did the department call you? Did they ask for your help? Why are you dragged in? Yes. The Land Rock Construction, the white-owned Land Rock Construction, called you personally because they wanted one of their own to do their thing. And you know it comes at a price. But because you are a stupid matriculant that is not competent of the work, you could not catch the bait. You should have went to the ANC guys and asked them how do they deal with such things. They go directly. You don't type emails and create trails. You stupid nincompoop. Hey, let's bang. Okay, and then he says, can I Can I please receive an urgent report on why the IDT has not done this and resolved this matter despite assures that this would be done. I think I wanted to say besides assurance that this will be done. I told you we must check these matriculates. Anyway, now, okay, guys, I'm so happy. The EFF has been caught with their hands, and the EFF has caught the DA with their hands in the cookie jar. You will see. My point will be proven that South Africans are not going to be angry at all. There's no South African that is going to be angry. They will just let this pass. EFF, and tomorrow they will forget. In fact, something is going to come out, because you know how mainstream media is. Something is going to come out. Already something is coming out, but I'll address it on another video. But yeah, let's listen to the EFF, our Secretary General, Marshall Dlamini. Let's listen to what he said when they went to go and open this case.
The SABC naturally is the public broadcaster and moved from the SABC.
Mr. Dlamini, just the essence of the laying of these charges. Are you convinced that there is a prima facie case to these allegations of tender meddling by the Minister of Public Works, Dean Macpherson? What is actually going on between the Minister and the IDT board and the officials? Thank you.
Look, we're convinced we've got enough evidence. We've got an email from a minister demanding a payment for a specific contractor called Lone Rock Construction. Remember, the ministers, according to the members, executive members' ethics, he's got no role on the financial or operational matters of IDT. And to demonstrate that his interest on running that department is only for the corrupt activities. You know that the Department of Public Works has got different entities. It's got CIDB, it's got CBE, and then only IDT that focuses on assisting various departments with social infrastructure. So that's where you find tenders. So you can see that this is a matriculant who's not here for any interest of contributing to the infrastructure development of this country, as it is part of the mandate of Public Works, to make sure that we've got better infrastructure that allows our people to move around with the country to develop. But he's only interested on tenders. That's why he went straight to IDT, and he didn't go to the board, he didn't go to the DG. Remember, he's got only executive authorities, not accounting authorities. The DG of Public Works has got the accounting authorities, but he leaves the DG, not the board, not the leadership at IDT. He goes to a staff member to demand a specific payment for one contractor when IDT is not just working here in Tshwane, it's working all over South Africa. So it's got different projects. But he goes and pulls one out of them, a white-owned construction company called Lone Rock. And we believe that there's enough evidence to show that his only interest is to say this company must be paid. And even the demand. And the staff members, when they respond, they say, we can't. Remember, when there's a tender, a company gets awarded a specific amount, and then there's what you call variations. When they go over what has been budgeted for, maybe due to extension of work or anything. But that variation is not just an open check. There must be clear authority. National Treasurer demands that. Even the Public Works must authorize that, including National Treasurer, because the variation is 20%. That's why you can see this criminal, that's why he wanted to steal, because he didn't want even to listen to the staff member when he's saying, no, but this must be approved by National Treasurer. We can't just pay variations which have not been approved by National Treasurer or even Public Works. But he left all of them and demanded and threatened this staff member, because you can see that there are corrupt activities between him and Lone Rock, and he was there to benefit. So we know, and we've given police enough evidence. So they're not going to do a lot of investigation, because from the email that we have received, it shows that he's involved and he can't deny it.
Thank God for the EFF. Thank God. Investigate these people. Investigate each and every of their move. Plant bombs into their department, spies, so that they can tell you the wrong things that is happening in that department. Especially the Department of Agriculture, the department, every department where the DA is. make sure that you send your people and say, please be in the watch out. Anything that is wrong, report it so that we can come. This email is an email of 2024 December. So you can imagine when a minister is pushing for payments in December, what that means. I mean, me and you, we've got more than a metric. We've got more than a metric. And I'm not but in dissing my African people about a metric and all that. Don't say, King, I'm in a metric. We should because bazenza ngcono ngikhuluma ngabe ngiyazi wena utaki we metric very humble because uyazi ukuthi hey, I can do more. It's difficult for utaki. So you are intimidating staff members, interfering with the payment processes. You are not allowed to do that. You are breaking the protocol. You are breaking the laws of Treasury, and you are breaking every law. Once you send this email, you have incriminated yourself. There is no judge. There is nobody that can save you, because even in the email you say, listen, I don't normally do this, but you are not supposed to do it. Not normally. You must never do it. You must never do it. So the issue here is that there was a variation of the budget by 20%. For those who don't know, you budgeted maybe 10 million for a specific tender, but it looks like it's going to need a variation. You might spend a little bit more. So when you want to spend a little bit more, you need some certain people to qualify that payment, to approve that payment, rather, for better words, Treasury, the IDTs, all of those things, to approve, to say, okay, we see we need to pay more by 20%. You understand? Because these things go with extermination, time period, prices, range, all of those things, weather, interference. There's so many things that can make a project go past the time that was proposed or agreed upon. So we know that. So we have to see what Ramaphosa is going to do. We have to see. Ramaphosa was supposed to act against Siviwe Kwagube long time ago. He didn't. And Helen Zille came out and said, listen, the ANC does not control who is the minister for DA departments. We are the Democratic Alliance, and we decide who we put there because it is our departments. Yeah, the arrogance of the ANC, of the DA towards the ANC, because they got them by the balls. And now you have a situation where we will see, like I said, they are I don't want to name, they are podcasters, and they are channels that push this issue that the DA governs clean. We want to see what is going to happen. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you see something wrong, remember the rabbit hole is deep. It's deep. He was doing this. This is why he's doing this. He's used to doing this. We must go back to the other departments. He was a minister somewhere. He was an MEC or something before he was the minister here in Western Cape. In Eastern Cape or KwaZulu-Natal. You must go and check. Grab a hold of his email address. Research. You are going to find something. This is what these people are doing in front of us. So we want to see what the DA is going to do. We want to see what these podcasters that attack the MK, the EFF, that attack the ANC, what are they going to say? Are they going to make a video? Are they going to interpret the email differently? Are they going to wait for the DA to say something before they say something? What is going to happen? We are waiting to see. Because when it's black people that do this, when it's black people that try to interfere with supply chain and payments, you guys, you call it state capture. So my question is that if the minister of a department can now send emails requesting reports and payments for certain companies, does that not mean that department is captured? Does that not mean? Or it's only captured when the request is done by the Gupta's family? Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's apply the same logic that we applied with the Gupta's family. Because it's the same thing that is happening. But most of us are going to ignore this. So I just want to see, man, what is going to happen. We want to see, and we want to thank the economic freedom fighters for taking this step. I'm very happy with this step. I know black people are not going to reward the EFF for anything. Black people will be happy that the EFF did this, but black people will not vote for the EFF. I don't know, but you guys, you will decide who you vote for. That's not my problem. My problem is exposing these white monopoly capitalists and what they are doing. Very important for me. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I want to see your thoughts on the comment section. Go on the comment section, tell me. Number one, I want to know if you are coming to the gala dinner, man. It's very important to come to the gala dinner. Some of you might say, King, the 1,000 is a little bit too much for me. I'll come the Saturday. The Saturday is 300 rand. The Friday night is 1,000 rand. And the Saturday is only 300 rand. And Saturday is a longer program, if you would like, for the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Like I said, we'll be taking you guys to the building site where you guys can lay the bricks and help us, do something crazy there. Let's do something crazy there. So yeah, I want to hear your thoughts about this. I want to know what must happen. Must he be suspended and then expelled later? Does the ANC government, the ANC president, have got any powers to DA ministers? Those answers are going to come through this, through what the ANC is going to do next. We must pressurize. We must pressurize. As content creators, all these politicians are watching our channels. We must pressurize that man must be suspended. If I was the Minister of Home Affairs, I'll revoke his citizen and send him back to where his ancestors are coming from. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do that as peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.